All right, everyone, Supreme Kami over here, and we got news on what we are going to be getting for the next 2 weeks over here. So, I am pretty sure a lot of players at this point in time is expecting some sort of new, welfare unit, and maybe like a brand new banner, like a brand new unit that we have not seen before. But to everyone's disappointment, we are going to be getting the same thing once again. So this is going to be the welfare unit for this for the next 2 weeks over here. We got the third generation sniper and Dynames Gundam, and then in terms of some pilot over here, I'm spotting Chibity over here. Okay, I'm definitely saying I might actually get this. It looks pretty cool, not gonna lie. 3-star pilot, I don't even know where it's from. Like, you guys can definitely let me know, but I've never seen him before. So that's that. But in terms of where's the actual new banner? Oh, it's right here.
I can't
Let me
believe
find
you've done this.
Okay, so they're finally doing it. Wow, they are finally dropping. This is like, I don't know, but I want to call this like a monumental thing, because the problem with this game right now, they're cycling through like all these recycle unit. They're bringing out like a new different attribute. So for them to actually drop a third attribute, because this is the speed attribute. We had the T attribute as the very first, 6-star all-traded banner from like 2019 or 2020, I remember. And then last year, around give or take, like, I don't know, like September time again, they dropped the P attribute. So that was like the first time seeing like the all attribute being like a Sokai unit whatsoever. I think back then, like, it was pretty high because they labeled it as like an urgent battle banner, for example. So that was cool, right? Because that was like something we have not seen before. But oh man, after that they just keep reusing that phrase, urgent banner. So it got pretty old, to a certain degree. Like, it's not that intriguing anymore. So now that they're finally doing a third attribute, we like, I don't know why they're doing it so soon, because like we really have not really cycled through, like, as much as like everyone hates it, like they really have no reason to drop this at this point in time. I don't, it doesn't really make sense, like, honestly, to you guys, like, because right now as a recording we are like May 23rd right now, as a recording for me right now. So in terms of the anniversary, I want to say give or take a month or two later we should be expecting that. Like, I want to say somewhere around June you can expect something of like the anniversary, or even before that, because we are getting that like a Gundam Fest news coming soon. Like, that's gonna cover like every Gundam game, for example, like current, upcoming, whatsoever. So I'm assuming they should have something about this game potentially. I don't know, because last year I think they did. So definitely gonna cover it on the 27th. I think it's this upcoming Thursday. So that's definitely something we'll cover in the channel as well. But yeah, for them to drop like another full armor unicorn like that, yeah, you guys are definitely not liking that for sure. But in terms of, let's say, the standard Dynamis, I'm actually liking this one. I'm not gonna lie, because the current Dynamis does have an alteration, obviously, but in terms of the alteration, I don't feel like it's that strong enough. And then if you're targeting brand new player, or this player that does not have that good amount of resources, upgrading resource for it, I think this one can definitely make a very good candidate with like the least amount of resources that you have to spend, and you can get a pretty good suit right off the bat. I'm definitely for that, because in terms of this game, like, I'm not gonna say like this game requires like a huge amount of knowledge to play, for example, but just running over the course of like this past week playing the Reflesia's multi-mission, my gosh, like, I have seen so many horrible builds. Like, not trying to like meme you guys or whatsoever, but so many of those builds are just bad. Like, I don't know, like, I'm not saying like I'm not judging you guys on how you guys are playing, but like, you see people using Astro Drop, you guys are seeing people using the double sky higher than the sky backpack spamming, like they're doing no damage. Like, I don't know about you guys, like, do you guys even like seeing those animations repeatedly getting cycled, like every few seconds you see them dropping, like, and they're doing no damage? So what do you guys think about them? Like, do you guys like it? You guys don't really care? So I feel like having like a recycled unit like this right here, it's gonna be easy for new players to just kind of grasp like, oh, you can say the core foundation of the game, how to actually increase power wise over here, because I'm pretty sure in terms of this Dynamis, they should be packing some pretty good universal, like, pretty modernized, portrait that is going to have some good power boosting, maybe potentially some good EX skill that we can see. I'm not going to say we will get some brand new EX skill, but we can definitely see, in terms of hoping, for example, hoping to be on the same kind of like the same degree of how they handle the Fusion from this past 2 weeks. So that is something I'm hoping right now, but who knows? It could be bad, it could be better, or it could be worse, or it could be better. We just have to wait tomorrow to actually. But I'm definitely for this one over here. Definitely new player just starting in the game. Definitely something they can work towards on, and I would have to say confidently, this one you get you get this up to 6 star. Max out like all the EXQ portrait whatever. It should be able to cover you guys through one full rotation of the battles kit, level 1 to 10 or level 11 to 20, however you want to do it. So pretty confident that should pretty much work. So that's that. You guys can definitely let me know. I'm pretty sure there's still gonna be those players that does not like it. I don't personally like it that much. I mean, just kind of wish that they would do something new for change. For example, like at least don't give us like back-to-back recycle every week, you know, every 2 weeks, right? Because people are looking forward to these, you know, looking forward to every 2 weeks potentially some new stuff over here. So these right here, definitely to a certain degree, is not that hype. I get that part of it. So that's that. So let me do kind of move over to the game real quick to just kind of before doing that. Alright, so I do have the Gundam wiki pull up over here. So I was trying to spot some image that I can think, you know, copium, you know, what kind of new EXK we can be getting. I don't know. Honestly, I'm kind of afraid that we'll just have the same arm EXK from the past 2 full armor unicorn. I'll be sad. Like I better see some brand new EXK that we have not seen before. I was trying to find maybe like, you know, that one shot where Benager, what did he do? He basically took one of the rocket launcher, like the rocket booster. He just kind of unconnect one of them, like and then he just kind of shot it out as a explosive, like a I don't know, just kind of like a weaponry or whatever whatsoever. I don't know if that's something that is considered like a good EXQ, but just it was just something that I kind of thought of, I guess. I don't know if there's any other scene that I think is that good over here. Like it's just not that much attacking scene from here, so that's kind of unfortunate. I don't know if I want something where he is blocking the colony laser. You know that one scene where he deploys all 3 of those shield, like shield bits, whatever you want to call it. I think I would rather. I think I might want that scene, but I don't know how they can actually transition into like an attacking EXQ. So something I would really want is like a, I don't know, maybe like a blocking type EXQ whatsoever. I think that would be a pretty cool concept. I don't know. You guys can definitely let me know what are some honorable mention or what are some cool scene from like the full armor unicorn that you guys want. But I'm pretty sure, like if not mistaken, like pretty sure most of the time they render footage from some other Gundam games, like maybe those SD games that I think they may actually pull from. So I don't know, just kind of copium that we'll get something brand new at least, please, something. Don't give us the same old like the full armor attack whatsoever. I'm gonna go back to the game right now to show you guys what I mean by that. Let me see. All right, switching over to the game right now. So yeah, the one that I don't want the most is this one over here. We've been getting the same one, the full armor attack over here. This is the T attribute, and then I have the P attribute pull up over here. Like, please do not give us this over here. Like, I will cry. Like legit. Like we waited for the 3rd and final unicorn. Like this is it. They're not ever gonna make another full armor unicorn name right here, because we are completely done with the PTS over here. Like we are done. So I hope they don't drop the ball over here. I mean, like I cannot handle it. So I don't have the full set of the perfect unicorn or the full armor unicorn. So that's why I'm using the perfect ability backpack as a kind of like a placement right there. But basically these are going to be the 2 unicorn over here. I think the biggest changes from the old one to the new one is definitely, they're modernizing the portrait to those 40% trait. This one, the P attribute, I think this one is fairly good as well. I think more tag wise pretty good as well. So and then another thing that I don't know if they would actually do, because originally when they made this one over here, the P attribute version or the newer attribute of the full armor unicorn, they didn't make it as a big scale. So I don't know, like judging by this right now, I don't know if they'll actually make it into a big scale. If they do make it into a big scale, I think depending on what kind of portrait, what kind of style, what kind of war tech, I think it may be a good option to summon on. But if you're someone that free to play, for example, and you guys, despite having a recycled it, You guys can actually wait for the anniversary. You guys can stack up as many hardships as you guys can right now, and then blow it on the anniversary, depending what kind of banner. I think that is definitely a very good decision, judging from the fact that it's literally the same thing. So power wise, stat wise, definitely gonna be better. I would have to say just outright better. So that is definitely something I will not really concern too much about what kind of stat, what kind of portrait they're packing, because they're not going to increase anything past 40% at this point in time. So I think whatever they throw at us, they're pretty much going to be the same thing. Word tech wise, kind of keep that in mind in terms of this S attribute. You will be able to access whatever is on the P attribute, given the fact that you have this one to begin with, for example. And if you guys do have the P attribute, given the condition that you do have this one, you have to have it first, right? You can have it, then sell it, it will still count because they have records of you actually owning it at some point in time. So it has to be that condition you own it. So this one has have access to Federation over here and Pro Tag. So I'm pretty sure the new attribute is pretty much going to be revolved around the same thing. I don't see them making any additional. Just judging from that banner image, I would just have to say this is continue to be a pretty heavily prominent shooting based unit. So that's pretty much what I have. I'm hoping this one copium it to be a big scale, but if not, I don't know. Definitely don't someone. If there's no big scale, no step up, I'm pretty sure there's no big there's pretty much not gonna be a step up from the last two times we see. So hopefully copium it again. Once again, fourth time saying it. Hopefully we can see it, but if not, like don't do it. Just save your hardships. And then last but not least, just gonna be taking a quick look at the Dynames over here. I believe we actually do have this as the Gunpla fragment 2 weeks ago, so they're actually doing this again. So I think right off the bat, something they might actually keep as an actual EX skill. I'm pretty sure all of them should be the same. The head one over here, I don't know if they'll actually change something up to increase it, because this one as it is gonna be way better than the new one, just because this one does have an alteration. So this one is going to be sitting at 49% and alterated. And then in terms of the standard, the new one that we will be, or not the standard, excuse me, the welfare, that the one we are going to be getting, it is probably going to be sitting at a 39% if they don't change anything. So this one alterated is still going to be better, so this one's not going to change. And then in terms of some of the portrait over here, so wordtech wise, I think they will definitely modernize it to be a little bit more accessible to be building around this, because looking at this right here is definitely a hot mess, you know. Long range kind of type for desert high firepower, like this is kind of a mess. So a long range is definitely not a stable wordtech, to be honest. Like I guess can I even say that? I know some people may still use it, but in terms of my books, you know, from just my standard, I guess, my opinion wise, I don't really take the long range to say usable, not irrelevant tag for me per se. But we can take a look at some of the portraits over here. Something that is kind of outdated and not really relevant, I would have to say, in today's standard, or depending on what kind of build situation you're looking at. Looking at the GN Sniper Rifle, a beam range weapon reload speed up by 9%. So this is simply going to be your range weaponry. So I mean, most of the time, you're not gonna finish up the enemy with just a your normal shooting, for example. Most of the time, people probably nowadays use like a cooldown reduction type build. So most of the time, they're just consistently spamming EX skills. So this one, I don't see that much being that important anymore. And then in terms of the arm, yeah, the arm is pretty bad. So with the long shooter job license active, shooting or shot guidance boosted by 13%. So this is simply having a better, you can say, persistent to your enemy, I guess. So this one is pretty cool and all that, but in terms of actually practicality, it's not really that good. I will have to say, like, I never personally like find it useful to begin with, so I don't rely on it, for example. So it's just not gonna be that good. Some you can say pretty good already. Rather the bad is maybe the torso over here, but in terms of stat wise, I'm pretty sure. Don't want to be like exactly sure, but I want to say 90% of the chance that the new version of it should have some better stat line, compare added and alterated. I'm pretty sure alterated, maybe it will still be slightly better. What is it? The alterated version will still have a slightly higher advantage. But the other thing that I want to tell you guys is in terms of getting this version, the standard one, to its peak potential, you gotta alterate it. So in terms of alterating it, you definitely gotta like make sure you have all the resources ready. Like you have to get this one to 6-star to begin with. So I don't know, like getting this part to 6-star, in today's time, it's not hard, but if you talk about like brand new play, like they have no idea how to get resources. Like, what do I do? So I would have to say, standard is like the new welfare could be better. It's just gonna be a lot more easier for people to just kind of play around it. So that is just kind of my kind of thoughts about that. But you guys can definitely let me know how you guys feel about having a recycler for both again for the third time in a row. For the last past 6 weeks over here, we've been having recycler stuff non-stop, I would have to say. So you guys can definitely let me know, and then that's gonna be pretty much it. Definitely gonna be trying to do some summon, just like some light summoning. Not gonna go ham into it because, like I said again, anniversary coming up. So hopefully we can expect some better result in terms of banner wise, welfare unit or whatsoever, better events, some better content. But we shall see. So that being said, that is going to be pretty much it. And then I will catch you guys on the next one.